Hey all, today we will see Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act, which was passed in the year 1955 and the rules were made in 1976. Okay. Now first we will see its introductory part. Now why this act was passed? Okay. Now we know various medicinal and some toilet preparation. Toilet preparation, that means those preparations which we are using to enhance some of the body features, or for example soap, such type of preparation. So if you see, many of these preparations have alcohol. It can be used as a solvent, right? Even in our laboratories we are using alcohol as a solvent. But if you see, alcohol is one of the fascinating word, right? It is used or it is consumed to experience the euphoria effect, isn't it? So if you are using this alcohol in medicinal purpose, or for toilet preparation, it needs to be controlled, or it needs to be brought under control, so that these preparations will not be used as a source of alcohol for drinking. That was the major aim of this Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act. Okay. And government decided to put some tax on this type of preparations where alcohol is used. Okay. If you see, along with alcohol, many of medicinal preparations are also containing your opium, that means your narcotic substances. So already we have seen narcotic drug and psychotropic substances, how they are also fascinating to experience euphoria effect. These drugs or these substances are consumed. So to have a control, this act, precisely Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act, is passed to control the use of alcohol. Okay. And taxes are levied so that it is not affordable by the people. That was the main reason, right? So this Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act, also called as ED, that is Excise Duties Act. Okay. It was passed with the aim, with the objective, with the intent to control the use of alcohol. And government decided to raise the charges, to raise the price of this products, so that it will be not affordable, annually to raise the product. And that is how we can restrict the people by the use of alcohol and its related harmfulness. Okay. Then one more important interesting thing is, what is an excise, right? Now they are paying taxes, right? Government has levied means input the taxes. Now what is that taxes? It is a excise tax. It is an inland tax. Okay. It is different from your custom duty. Custom duty is generally on your imported type of goods, right? Excise duty is an indirect tax. Indirect means what? For example, if you are buying a particular product which is of 200 rupees, in that 200 rupees only your tax is already included. So that is indirect, right? So it is different from a sales tax or a VAT tax. An excise tax, it can be majorly for three purpose. It is applicable only for a small range of products. It is heavier, that means it is higher, okay, generally depending upon the products, and it is applied as per unit. Matlab, for example, one electronic device, what is the cost of that electronic device, or volume, quantity, depending upon the quantity also. So either it can be a specific or it can be for overall. Okay. So in India, excise duty is an indirect tax which is levied, or which is put on your manufactured goods in India. Everywhere it is levied, and it is also sometimes referred as sins tax. So, you can say here it is different from GST. GST is on the supply of goods and services, whereas excise duty, it is on narrow range of products depending upon the price of the product. It can be unit wise for a one single piece, or it can be dependent upon your volume of the product, right. So, that is what is a basic, additional and special type of excise duty. Okay. So, that is the concept. Now, there are some generally when we are saying in medicinal and toilet preparation, there are type of people who are manufacturing this product. Okay. Either directly the people are involved, either they will give the products to manufacture, or either they will hire the label. Now, when we are using quantity or when we want to specify alcohol, it is always in terms of unit. Okay. That means approximately 8 grams or 10 milliliters of alcohol. So, that is what it is said, ki 1 unit is the amount, average amount that an adult can process in an hour. Okay. And if you see the dutiable goods, okay, so there are certain examples on which the duty is being levied. So, cigarettes, cigars, right, you have to pay the tax, right. Then tobacco, alcohol, and generally for the first 1.115% of alcohol content, there is no excise duty payable. After that, if your content, for example beer, if it is having more than that content, then the tax is leviable. Okay. So, objective, yes, it is same thing, the government or to impose the duty, collection of the duty on the preparations containing alcohol and opium or other narcotic drugs. Why? So that the abuse or the use of this type of products will be restricted to certain extent. Okay. Now, next very important is, now we have seen ki what is an excise duty, what is medicinal and toilet preparation. Now, if you see, if you want, or if a people or a group of people want to manufacture this type of a preparation, they need to obtain the license. So, for manufacture also you need license. Now, you want to warehouse means you want to store this product. For that also you need a separate license, right. So, there are license based on the process you are going to carry out. So, if you want to manufacture this type of preparation, there are two type of laboratories or manufacturing. Manufacture in bond, that is called as bonded laboratory, or manufacture outside bond, also called as non-bonded laboratory. Okay. Now, manufacture in bond means what? Generally in bond, in bond means, that means you are in agreement. Okay. So, either it can be with the state government or it can be a private enterprise, but here in bonded laboratory you don't have to pay duty, you don't have to pay the tax on the alcohol. Okay. That is the bonded or in bond, whereas outside bond, that is non-bonded, you have to pay the duty, or the alcohol whatever you are going to use, on that the duty has been already paid, that is the tax already has been paid. That is the difference between bonded and non-bonded laboratory. Now, licensing procedure, if you see how you need to obtain, it is not so easy to, you applied, you fill the form and you get easily the license. No, you have to give each and every detail of the alcohol you are going to use, for what purpose you are going to use, what is the quantity you are going to use, to whom you are going to sell out. So, each and every detail you need to mention in your licensing form, right. And this license has to be obtained from the Narcotics Commissioner. Remember, in your Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act, there we have seen, right. So, you have to apply, you have to give all the detail, pay the fees, and then the inspection will be carried out if everything is satisfied, and then you will be granted with a license. So what is the details? You can read out your name and address to be written there. Then what is the site location, where it is, whether it is a bonded, whether it is a non-bonded, right? Then address of the other people if there is any. Then how many people will be working, what is the amount of capital, kitna invest you are going to do, right? Then how much amount you are going to prepare, what is the type of machinery, what is the quantity which you are going to manufacture. So all that you need to write in your application form, right? When you are going to start, then whether you require the excise duty. Now very important, when you are manufacturing this type of a preparation, you require a excise person, inspector before you, because you have to take permission from him, right? So whether you need it full time or part time, that you need to mention. Then if it is in a partnership firm, where is the partnership agreement, right? So on all this information you need to give. Then it will be inspected, everything, the building, the machineries, the people, the location, and then the license will be granted. Okay. Now if you see, there is a difference in the payment of fees, how much I have to pay for the manufacturing, whether it is an in bond, whether it is a outside bond. So if you see in bond, that is bonded, we require slightly higher payment of fees as compared to outside bond. So if your consumption of alcohol is less than 4,000 liter per year, only rupees 100. If it is more or equal to 4,000 liter, rupees 200, right? And those alcoholic preparations, no, they are generating self by distillation and all, for them only very less, rupees 25. But when it is manufactured outside bond, consumption of alcohol, if it is 125 liter per year, only rupees 10. If it is 126 to 499 liter per year, rupees 25. If it is less than 4,000 liter per year, rupees 100. And same for Ayurvedic and Unani, rupees 25. So the payment of fees is this. Next, very important, what is the requirement for bonded laboratory? When you are going to manufacture this medicinal and toilet preparation, okay, without paying any tax, what are the requirement? So it's very easy to understand, even if you read it, you will understand. Ideal requirement, you need a spirit store. Spirit means what? The area where you will store your alcohol. Then you will require a manufacturing area. Then you will, third room, you will require the area where you will keep your stored and finished preparations. Then you will require area for excise person who will come, who will sit there, who will monitor all your manufacturing process, right? Then what they are saying is, each and every room should have a board, should have a name, should have a serial number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and what is the name, right? Secondly, it is alcohol, right? So these are some strict requirements. Then the pipes which are from coming from the sink, wash basin, they all should be connected to the general drainage. It should not be separately connected, because if anything wastage is there, there are the chances the people may collect that waste and it may be used for wrong purpose. Gas and electric connection, very important, it should be cut off at the end of the work. Then what they are saying is, now it is alcohol, highly inflammable. So whatever the windows in this room, they should be malleable. So if any emergency, we can open that and we can move out. Then very important, to avoid any cross contamination or any accident, only one entrance to the lab, right? And all the vessels or all the containers in which these preparations are kept, alcohol is kept, should be measured, should be labeled properly. Okay. So this is the requirement. So process is what? Generally you need to obtain the spirit, and for obtaining the spirit you require the permission of the excise person, right? So the excise officer who is there, you will give him all the calculations. Just you will not go and ask, yeah, now I am going to manufacture, I need your permission. No. What amount of alcohol you need for your preparation, okay, that you need to calculate, and you need to inform to that excise person. then he will give you the permission, then you will go to the warehouse, then you will collect that alcohol, and then you will use it for your manufacturing. So that is how the verification of the stock of the alcohol is done. Then out of whatever you have bought from the warehouse, how much you have used, how much is remaining, how much is wastage, each and everything is recorded, and that is very, very important. So that is how the process is going on in your bonded laboratory. And those hospitals, government hospitals or those hospitals which are charitable, they are totally free from this excise duty. Okay. Similar is for your manufacture outside bond. If you see all the ideal requirement, the process, it is same, you can just read it and go through. Okay. Then next is offences and penalties, very, very important. So apart from or if you see the offences and penalties, here it is the fine as well as imprisonment sometimes if the offence is much more malicious. So if you are illegally having selling the dutiable goods, or if you are not able to show the records to the excise duty, or if there is any you can say suspicious records found regarding the alcohol consumption, you have shown wrong use, you know, for example, you have used very less, but you have shown that I have used a large quantity, and you have sold out that alcohol in some, you know, black marketing you have done. So all these are considered to be an offence. Or if any inspector comes to inspect and you are obstructing that inspector, or you are not able to provide the facilities, you know, you are not storing the alcohol in the lockers, then you can see the fine, it is up to 2,000, 1,000, 5,000, even imprisonment up to 6 months. Even excise duty officer, if he is not performing his duty properly, even for him there is a penalty of 2,000 or 1,000 rupees or 3-month imprisonment. And even if public give certain wrong information, okay, harmful information, then even public are liable to punishment. Okay. So that is all about medicinal and toilet preparations. If you see the questions, the most important question asked regarding this topic is, give the difference between a bonded laboratory and non-bonded. Bonded means in bond, non-bonded means outside bond. That is very, very important. So you need to mention what are the differences. The major difference, or if you see, is that is, one is you don't have to pay the duty tax. Here in non-bonded you have to, already the duty has been paid. Secondly, for non-bonded laboratory, the restriction is that you have to carry out the process between the sunrise and sunset. Okay, that is one more difference between the bonded and non-bonded. So apart from that, other differentiating things we can also write, which is already there in the PPT. Then what do you mean by definitions such as denatured spirit? Then what is a bonded laboratory? Then what do you mean by a dutiable goods? So all these are important questions. Okay, I hope you have understood. Thank you.